After the throwdown between U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Friday at the White House, everybody figured that there would be ramifications coming out of that clash. Well, sure enough, we have one of the biggest that may be the one thing needed to bring about an end to the Ukrainian-Russian war. Tonight, the White House has announced that it is ceasing all military aid to Ukraine after the clash between Trump and Zelensky. We've got details, so hang on, folks. We're going to get into all this in just 1 second.
My name is Brian Trippett. I am your front porch conservative. Step on up to my electronic front porch and let's talk.
Hi, folks. Brian Trippett here, the Front Porch Conservative, and I was wondering if I could ask for your help. I have a channel on 2 different social media platforms. The first is on YouTube. You can find me at Chatting on the Porch. The other social media platform is over on Rumble. You can find me simply under my social media handle, the Front Porch Conservative. Would you please do me the following favors? Number 1, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to me on YouTube and on Rumble. Second, please hit the bell for notifications. I want to make sure you're always aware when new material is coming out, be it a video or a live stream. Number 3, please leave a thumbs up and leave a comment in chat. Believe it or not, it really does help with the algorithm. And finally, please share the link around to your friends. We are a going little concern, and we like to be a going big concern, but I can't do that unless I've got your help. And with that, on to the video. Shock waves are reverberating all over the globe, and the epicenter starts in Washington, D.C., as Donald Trump, through his newly minted administration, has made an announcement that is going to shake up the Ukraine-Russia war and our relationship with our European partners. We go to the pages of thehill.com for the following. Headline: Trump pauses aid to Ukraine amid clash with Zelensky. Article by Brett Samuels. We have the following. Dateline, Washington, D.C. President Trump has ordered a pause on U.S. aid going to Ukraine in its war against Russia, a consequential move as he clashes with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky about the path toward ending the conflict. Quote, the president has been very clear that he is focused on peace. We need our partners to be committed to that goal as well, a White House official said in a statement. We are pausing and reviewing our aid to ensure that it is contributing to a solution. The pause applies to all military aid not already on the ground in Ukraine and will affect munitions, anti-tank weapons, and other materials the U.S. has provided to Kiev since Russia invaded nearly 3 years ago. Trump took office with nearly $4 billion in drawdown authority available from previously approved congressional funding for Ukraine. That funding now appears poised to go unused. Bloomberg News first reported on the pause. The move is likely to increase the pressure on Zelensky to get back in Trump's good graces or risk losing ground in the war. It is also likely to put the spotlight on European nations seeking to rally more support for Kiev. As of the end of fiscal year 2024, Congress had already approved $183 billion in Ukraine aid, according to a federal government oversight office. The European Union has contributed roughly $145 billion in total assistance to Ukraine since the war began. All right, let's get into this. Donald Trump has made no bones about it ever since this got started. He wants peace, period. He wants an end to the war. He wants the cessation of hostilities. He is willing to be a partner toward that end. He is willing to try to broker a negotiated peace between Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin. But after what happened on Friday in the Oval Office, where Zelensky made a spectacle out of himself and scuttled a deal that apparently, according to reports, Zelensky really had no intention of signing, the White House has been trying to figure out what to do next, much to the consternation of everybody in Washington, D.C. Neocons have been trying to patch up the relationship between Trump and Zelensky ever since the dust-up, and now I'm not even sure that's going to be possible. If the Trump administration was looking for a way to cease and stop this war, they may have found it, and Zelensky may have been foolish enough by his actions to give Trump the very thing that he needs to bring an end to these hostilities. By going and acting the way he did in front of Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, members of the cabinet, and the American media, Zelensky may have proven something that a lot of people have suspected for the longest time, but could never quite prove, that he's not really interested in peace. Now, had you asked your favorite neighborhood front porch conservative, I could have told you that a long time ago, but laying aside the fact that no one in Washington bothered to call me up, it's quite obvious now after what happened on Friday, Zelensky's not interested in peace. Zelensky is interested in two things above all else: keeping the conflict going and keep the money flowing. Proof of which is what happened after Zelensky left Washington, where he went and cozied up to Keir Starmer of Great Britain, to which the British announced a $3 billion aid package to Ukraine, and after an emergency summit, European powers, the French, the British, among others, are trying to figure out some kind of peace proposal, but they're willing to do it and have to get the U.S. involved, which sort of begs the question, if they can do this all on their own, why do they need us? At any rate, further weapons to Ukraine are now paused. Now, they've still got weapons in the pipeline, and they've still got weapons on the ground in Ukraine. Those will be used. But if nothing further is coming from us, it's going to be very, very difficult for Zelensky, his generals, and his remaining soldiers to keep this war going. And that may be the very thing in the end that Trump was going for. A lot of people are attributing what Trump did to what happened on Friday. I'm not so sure that this move that was announced tonight wouldn't have happened anyway. Like I said at the beginning, Trump has made no bones about it. He wants this war to end. Maybe, just maybe, Trump was looking for the excuse to do what he did, and now he's got it. What does it mean for the long run? Well, if the Europeans are so interested in keeping this conflict going because of their paranoia with the Russians, they're going to have to do it on their own without us. Which, by the way, friends, keep your eyes on something that might be coming down the line. This might be one more step towards something that a lot of people consider unthinkable, but I consider within the realm of possibility in the very near future: the United States withdrawal from the NATO alliance. If the Europeans want to keep NATO going and keep up their ongoing conflict with the Russians, that's their own business, but that doesn't mean we need to be a part of it. But I have been known to be wrong on occasion, but I gotta admit it. Where the idea of us withdrawing from NATO is concerned, I really don't hope that I'm wrong. I really hope I'm right. But that's what I've got to say about it. What do you think? As we start to wrap up this video, please do me some favors as always. Number one, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please do so. Number two, please hit the bell for notifications. I want to make sure you're always aware when new material is coming out, be it a video or a live stream. Number three, please leave a comment in chat and also hit the thumbs up. It really, really does help with the algorithm. And finally, please share the link around. My name is Brian Trippett. I am your Front Porch Conservative, and I'll see you next time.